Thank you guys for all the support, and subscribers, thank you. It's been an interesting journey. I started doing this November last year, so getting to 50,000 subscribers is beyond my wildest dreams. So once again, thank you so much. Come for a walk along the beach. Let's talk about the cost of living in Thailand. So you've considered that you want to live in Thailand, and you've decided where you'd like to live. Hua Hin is certainly a very good choice. There are many things that you might want to take into consideration whilst living here. Number one consideration is the actual cost of living, and there are a number of ways that you can live in Thailand. It's not just about living like a pauper. You can do that, and there's ways of doing it, but also there's a sort of a happy medium of living well and keeping costs down. And then other people come here because they're super wealthy and can afford to build a dream house in places like Toscana Valley and live the life. There are places to live that are incredibly affordable, as little as 6,000 baht a month. You know, a little one-bedroom studio. And there are other places that are quite luxurious, typically what they call a villa with a pool. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms with a pool would cost about anywhere between 16,000 to 30,000 baht a month. And then there's the condos, apartments. They too vary a lot depending on whether you need a 1-bedroom studio or something a little bigger. And the cost varies, of course, depending on where the condo apartment is located. If it's located on the beach, you're going to be paying more, probably above 25,000 baht a month. And if you're prepared to live just a few minutes outside the centre of Hua Hin, you can get great condo deals starting at around 12,000 baht a month. I love walking along this beach. I try to do 60,000 steps a week. If you really want to live in Thailand and live very cheaply, and you've seen probably other videos that say living in Thailand for under, I don't know, $500 a month. Yes, it can be done. But you really are going to have to live like a Thai and not shop in expat supermarkets. I mean, Thai meals cost, these are takeaways from excellent restaurants, 50 to 100 baht a meal. So very quickly you can see that, you know, you can times that, say 100, 150 baht a day, and times that by 7. Now you're talking about 700 to 1,000 baht a week. Now, that works out to be approximately $30 a week just for your food. Okay, so on top of that, you're going to need a little bit of enjoyment in life, trip down to the local bar, and again, if you're careful with the bar that you go to, select the bar. They have happy hours, and the happy hours range from 70 baht to 100 baht, or even cheaper than that. So then we got to look at utilities, water and electricity. If you're paying the government electricity rate, and the biggest cost of electricity is running an AC, but even if you were to run the AC most of the time in a one-bedroom apartment, the electricity is not going to get much more than 3,000 baht a month. And then water is about 100 to 150 baht a month. Over there is the beach resort, Anesthesia I think it's called, but that is not cheap at all. But we occasionally go there and have what you call a pamper day, a nice lunch, dinner and a couple of cocktails. Now the visa situation, there's a visa for people that have got a lot of money to invest in Thailand, and I think that is 10 years, up to 10 years. But probably the most common visa that people get when they come, especially when they're retiring, is the retirement visa, 12-month retirement visa. And you can get that with multiple entry exit. And the total cost of getting one of those visas from what we used, and there's a visa service in Hua Hin, and the cost was about 40,000 baht. So when it comes up for renewal after 12 months, I've been quoted round about 17,000 baht. For that service you also get setting up a bank account, and if you need to transfer money into that account, and I think currently in order to get the 12-month retirement visa you've got to show that you've got 800,000 baht sitting in a Thai account. You probably need to check that. One of the things that puts people off living in Thailand is being far away from family and friends, and that really is something that needs to be considered, and considered seriously, because you know, if it can be quite lonely if you don't have anyone here in Thailand, or you don't have any friends, and it's not as easy as you think to make friends. But there are clubs and of course pubs where you can meet people and develop a circle of friends. So, you know, it's just a question of making the effort. Now, when people say you're going to be away from family and friends, and of course it does depend on how much money you have, but living in Thailand is only, what, 12 hours to the UK, what's it, 10-12 hours to the UK, which isn't really that long on a flight. And if you're living in Australia, it's only a 9-hour flight. And of course the airfares aren't that expensive. Of course nowadays we've got video technology, so you can have your video calls with family and friends on a regular basis. You've got WhatsApp, Zoom. So really at the end of the day, if you use technology and book your flights that you can afford, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to keep in touch with family and friends. I've come to the beach without any water. I think I've got to grab something because my walk takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours. This is how the locals do it, and they do it so well. It's to gather as a family and friends, sit around and enjoy some delicious Thai food. This is a lovely part of the beach, just south of Hua Hin, Monkey Mountain. I can get some water from this place, I think. Let's have a quick look around here. These beach houses are really more for tourists. They're right on the beach, and it's definitely tourist rates. You wouldn't want to live there long term. Here's a pretty decent cafe. We've been here before. This beach is mostly visited by Thais, and this in its day was one hell of a big whale. This is a typical Thai seaside resort. Lots of yummy temptations. Now look at these prices. There you go, 150, 50, 70, 40 baht. Alright, you're spending a bit more for giant prawns, but even so, as a treat, that's quite affordable. And this is where you get your bucket and spade from. Now, if you're a golf lover, Hua Hin is certainly golfing paradise. There are 6 superb golf courses, the best of which is probably Black Mountain, which is a championship course. And on this beach we have Sea Pines Golf Course, which you can describe as a links course. It's that very occasional good shot that keeps me going. But anyway, here's the golf course. As you can see, this particular hole is right on the beach. Golf here in Hua Hin's not cheap. You're going to pay anywhere from 1,000 to 4,000 baht for a round of golf, but that generally includes a buggy and a caddy. Here's a guy, I'm not sure what it's called, is it raking? Anyway, he's sort of fishing for cockles. It seems to be a seasonal thing. This is what he's fishing for. Now I think they are cockles. Someone correct me. Thank you, Cop and Cap. So we're living in both Sydney and here in Hua Hin. I'm married to an Aussie lass who's also a Kiwi, and when we first arrived here in Hua Hin we rented a 2-bedroom condo very close to the beach for 30,000 baht a month. That's quite a big condo, it's over 100 square meters. But now, after 9 months, we are more confident about spending more time here. We love the Thais, we love the culture. And we've just signed a 6-month deal for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom villa for 17,000 baht a month. Now that is a considerable saving, and you tend to find these places when you've spent a bit of time here. And although it's not that close to the beach, I figure it's probably about 10-15 minutes away. I did a video actually on this particular place, but it really is set in some beautiful countryside, quite secluded, and in terms of the actual property, it's probably an upgrade to the condo that we've been staying in. And that condo that we've been staying is absolutely superb. Well, I suppose if you took up that, you could earn a little bit of extra. This is the Anastasia Resort. Talking about budgets, this place is not cheap, but I think I can treat myself to a beer because today I've hit 50,000 subscribers. Well, we're going to sit in here and have a nice cold beer. We've had breakfast, dinner and lunch here, and every time it's been good. I'm really enjoying this beer right on the beach. Yeah, on with the cost of living here in Thailand. On the subject of medical insurance, now this is something that we've thought about a lot, and we've received quite a few quotes, and they range so much that really I'd need a separate video to cover that. But at the end of the day, because medical treatment here is so much more affordable than in the West, we've decided to put some money away as a contingency for future medical treatment. So just paid for the beer, and as expected it was pretty expensive, 176 baht, but I really enjoyed it and had a very good chat with the hospitality manager, who's invited us to a fashion show in 2 weeks, and we will have dinner that night and enjoy ourselves. I am being watched. I've had this Xerox 155 Yamaha motorbike. It's ideal for short, medium-term journeys, comfortable enough to travel up to 200k, that sort of thing. Anything longer than that, you'd probably need a larger motorbike. But anyway, this bike costs long-term rental 3,300 baht a month, which is not a bad deal at all. Alternatively, you know, if you're staying here long-term, then you'd maybe want to consider buying a bike or a car. So Macro Food Services, I suspect, is Hua Hin's equivalent of Costco. Oh my god, I'm tempted to have a soft serve today. They don't look all that cheap. With oranges. These are a better deal. Melons, quite expensive. Try avocados, quite expensive too. And mangoes, 29 baht a kilo. Here's a pack of 4 for 49 baht. Onions and garlic are very important ingredients. It looks like a bag of onions, a sack of onions, 170. Garlic, 760. But that's for a whole bag. So they got all the mushrooms, a very good section. Here's the seafood counter. But there are local fish markets in Hua Hin that sell locally caught fish, and you'll get a really good deal. Again, it's not cheap. Mainly because Thais are not big on dairy, and all this is imported. Prime mincemeat, $15 Aussie dollars, probably about $10 US a kilo. Now we're going to get to the very expensive section here. And a piece imported from Australia. Now the quality will be okay. I'm looking at a label there, and I think that's going to be $5.89 a kilo for a sirloin steak. And I think you're going to get better deals here. The pork is definitely produced here in Thailand. So in summary, I think really this sort of place, and it applies to all the supermarkets, they're great for convenience. If you need to buy imported food, well, you know, you're going to come here and pay the price. But what I'd recommend is that there are places that you can go to, like the local fish markets, close to the fishing port. There are also producers, farm producers, that you can buy from, and they often sell from the back of their trucks. There's a big saving there. And also, Thai food is actually very delicious and healthy. And if you make that the basis of your diet, you're going to be saving a whole load of money. And every now and again, you can treat yourself to a steak, or whatever takes your fancy. But yeah, look, if you were to come to a place like this for all your shopping, then I don't believe you're going to save anything very much on what you would currently pay in UK, Europe, Australia, USA. Soft serve ice cream, 8 baht. The fruit here is really good, but the passion fruit is superb. Of course, the mango, these little bananas are super sweet. Coconut drink, 20 baht. I wonder what kind of fish they are. They're very popular in Thailand. Cakes, some bread. There you go, 60 baht. This barbecue meat is very popular. So someone specialising in pork. Sawadee. Locally grown pineapple. Now it's always fascinating how they put the food into bags with air in them. I've got a theory on that, and I think that's something to do with keeping the spirits in the food, and also the belief that perhaps by keeping the air in the bag, it keeps the food breathing. That's only my theory, for what it's worth. The beef vendor. They love their pork. And they cook it beautifully with a crackling, perfectly done. They look like small trevally. Now the fried chicken is something the Thai do very well. Forget Kentucky Fried Chicken, this is far better. And then of course you can get some chicken feet, which I haven't tried yet, and I should, because I believe they're very, very good. Super fresh prawns. Every night there's a street food market. This one's doing fried chicken, which is very popular. This particular one's not far from where we currently live. some of the prices. Now look at that lovely salad they're making. This is where you come for an excellent pad thai. Had one from here, it's wonderful. Oh wow, the spice coming off that kitchen. Wow. In this increasingly complex world, it seems to me that it's the small things that really matter. And my experience with Thailand and the Thai people is they have got a clear understanding of what that's all about. So it's end of the day on our lovely beach, and it's a favourite time for people to come and have a swim when it's a little cooler, especially the Thais. Healthy, fit children doing the simple things in life, having a load of fun. Yeah, in summary, if someone asks me about living in Thailand, my answer would always be positive. It's just about sundowner time for a nice cold beer, or maybe a cocktail at Pineapple Surf Club.